Coming up on Dude, Don't Just Lick Stuff.
Bufo Deez nuts. Got him.
Well, I got something in that vein for the trivia.
Don't say vein.
Something in that lane.
It rhymes with vein.
So
Man, they did him so dirty. I wonder what he looks like, because that's so fucked up.
I know. Along with the snail, it's an Easter egg, of course.
It's called eyeballs. You know, the things that get neutered off of eye dogs.
Oh my god. Again, how would I have ever guessed that?
The next task is to be blindfolded and feel.
Push it.
I'm just
Push.
gonna push him. I have a. That's too strong. Too strong. My life is over.
Fall.
It's Bimo time!
I've soiled my tunic.
Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Dude, Don't Just Lick Stuff. It's an Adventure Time rewatch podcast where we make food, talk about it, and sometimes we yell at each other about hygiene. Today's episode is Season 1, Episode 11, Wizard. And I'm Seth, and with me is everybody's favorite sister, Savy. Say hi, Savy.
Hi, Savvy. I was like, did you forget the...
Nope. Just dramatic effect. Anywho, you said you have a gift for me.
I do.
I want it now.
Right now?
Right now.
Well, before we get started, I saw this thing and I was like, oh my god, Seth needs one of
I
these.
probably do.
Immediately.
What is that? Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's a little desk mat.
I'm trying to not
gonna
hit my
use it
microphone with it.
For the pod right now.
I was just trying not to hit my... Okay, yeah, sure.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No, it wasn't, but I guess we're doing it now. I was just trying not to hit my microphone and get a good look at it.
Oh, yeah, here, get a good look at it while I hold our mixer board up.
Wow. So great. Okay, great. You can set it down. Well, now it's for our mixer board. So yay.
For right now.
And it covers the entire treehouse.
The mixer, yeah.
All I see is the Ice King Mountains.
So it is a desk mat that has the whole Adventure Time treehouse with the little ice mountains in the background. And then what was over here? I forgot.
With the treehouse? Oh, just a hunk of junk?
Oh, yeah. It's like attached to the treehouse and stuff. I saw something. So
Well, thank you.
it's a little Adventure Time themed desk mat.
Sort of ruins the theme I have going right now on my desk. I don't know, you've seen it, right?
I don't think I've seen... I didn't know if you had a desk mat.
I do.
You do?
So I have it's like a topographical, like black and white topographical print.
Ooh.
And then my mouse pad is like nice and like jelly and good with the, for like wrist and stuff. Also is like topographical, and I lined it up in such a way to where it like fits perfectly.
Well, you have two desks, right?
Yeah, I do actually. So, I didn't even think about that.
That was my other thought.
I didn't even think about that. That's awesome, actually.
I was like, well, if he has two desks, I don't think he has two desk mats.
I only have one. You're right. Today is Season 1, Episode 11.
Yeah, no small
Wizard.
talk. We're getting into it.
Nuh-uh. I don't even want to ask how your day is, but if I did ask you, what would you say?
I would say I have a rough body day.
I also have experienced some sort of neck problem. I don't know what. I didn't sleep weird. I slept pretty normally. I didn't notice it until about noon, and I was like, I could not like move my head fully.
Oh no.
You know, instead of the 180 I can usually get, I'm stuck to barely 90.
Well, that's no fun.
Correct. Anyways, why don't you start us off with whatever it is you do around here? Just kidding.
Some
all the
credits?
all the episode details and everything.
So it aired on May 10th, 2010.
That's pretty close to present day us right now.
Yeah.
We're catching up.
It's like 15 years ago. The director was Larry Likeleader. The story was by Meriwether Williams and Tom McKeon. And it was written and storyboarded by Bert Yoon, Pete Braungart, and Adam Muto.
Okay, very nice.
Pete Braungart is a new name.
I was gonna say that, but also I just want to clarify, make sure like Meriwether is.
Shut up. I knew you were going to do it.
And who is it created by?
Pendleton Ward.
Very good.
Would you like a synopsis?
I can't say no.
That's right. Finn and Jake take up wizard lessons in order to gain free magic powers, but are ultimately tricked into stopping an asteroid.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't have fallen for it.
And honestly, I have some trivia before we even start.
Bring it. You want to ask it like trivia? I want to answer it.
Okay.
I want you to ask me and I can guess.
What was Finn wearing in the title card?
He was wearing like kind of like, it wasn't a wizard cloak, but it was like the like red thing, and I don't know, it was very, honestly, there was a lot of like Eastern themes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'll say that.
That's not the answer we're looking for.
Eastern themes wasn't the answer.
He's wearing a dream catcher.
Oh yeah, around his neck. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking you meant like, anyways, go ahead.
Yes. And then if you look closely at the title card, what does it say on Jake's body?
Oh, I literally did see it too. I have no idea, but I did
Says-
like zoom in on it.
It says Dr. Seuss
Interesting. I don't like,
on his bod.
why?
I don't know.
I remember seeing writing on it. I don't think I actually zoomed in. I think I'm lying.
The other little bit is, I don't know how to phrase this as a question for you, but this is the first Adventure Time episode that did not premiere alongside another episode.
You should say, was this the first episode? I've been like, yes.
Yes. Easy answer. There you go.
Very cool.
So break it down for us, Seth. Break it down.
So it starts with Finn and Jake wandering around. Ooh. They're just walking. First time there's not something happening. You know,
Yeah.
they're just walking.
And Jake's walking like a dog.
Oh yeah.
Which is
I
really
forgot
funny.
about, honestly, as a detail I just didn't think about. But yeah, he's on all fours. This like leads me to believe there could have been another trivia like of them also getting confused and like, oh, this actually was the first episode
I
they
know,
animated.
There's no commentary on this.
I know, but like
one.
they're so silly because it felt like every single episode was like, oh, this could have been the first. Oh wait, no, that was the first.
The first like 7 were like that.
Yeah. So I just figured like when we were talking about that just now, I'm like, yeah, maybe him walking around like a dog. This seemed early. But also the dialogue at the beginning where it's like, hey Jake, do you ever wonder what a demon heart looks like? Yeah, of course, dude. And he's like, well, do you ever
Do you
wonder
know what it tastes like?
so that also suggests to me like pretty first episode like pitch, like
Yeah.
just a hot entrance of like, this is who these guys are.
Yeah.
Well, they're cut off immediately by a spooky little skeleton in a robe. He's offering free magic powers. Finn's enthused. He says, heck yeah.
I love this exchange. It's so crazy.
Well, you're problematic for that, and I'll get there.
No,
but-
because I love it as in it's wild. Like, it's nuts.
Jake's basically kind of like, pump the brakes, bro. Like don't dive in. Don't be too rash. You gotta haggle him. He's unattractive and desperate.
Yeah. What does he say? Like, oh, if he knows the foul stench and like,
the strong stench of decay.
yeah. And there were a few things, but he's like, do you know what that means? And Finn's like, yeah, I guess it means he's evil. He's like, well, evil, sure.
Yeah.
But he's also unattractive.
But worst of all.
Which means he's desperate, which is crazy.
So, talking point.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put this as a sub-conflict. I'm just like, we're here to talk.
We're here.
Time and time again, season 1 Jake has proven to be a slut, a sexist. Please let me get through this. He's been proven to be
I'm so sorry.
He's proven to be a slut, a sexist, an enemy of the mentally ill, and shallow.
That's true.
And the mentally ill thing goes back to last week's episode with the mountain, and he's like, whoa, this guy's got problems.
This guy's got problems.
Like, that's fucked up. Anyways, for some reason, Finn goes along with this whole haggle with him because he's ugly and desperate. And, well, I mean, it's not his fault. Like, he was raised with him, so I'll give him a pass, whatever. But he decides to ask for more stuff. And the skeleton's like, sure. It reaches into his cloak and, like, appears to wince, and he pulls out a keychain. It's a skeleton hand on a keychain.
So he just broke off his hand.
Something, and he attached a keychain to it really fast. I don't know, but
Well, it makes a cracking sound too. It's not
Yeah.
just him wincing. It's like,
oh yeah. So it suggests he pulled, maybe that hand was somewhere else. I don't know, because
maybe it already had a keychain on it, and
it was just fused to him or something.
it
Who
was
knows?
just stuck on.
Well, Finn's excited, but then he's like shakes out of it. He's like, I begrudgingly accept.
Yeah, it's like, don't be too desperate from Jake, right?
Mhm.
He's like, play it cool, dude.
Well, ominously, the skeleton says the deal is struck. and laughs very evilly. It literally said laughs very evilly in the subtitles. And shows them a door where they can get their power. And he holds up a sign that says free magic.
Free magic.
With a
It's so
K at
funny.
the end. Conflict number 1. I'm going to come back. We're going to bring it back an old favorite. Everyone loves this segment. Guess the conflict.
Let's see.
This is so stupid.
Nothing's ever free.
No.
Ah.
Bufo Deez nuts. Got him.
Well, I got something in that vein for the trivia.
Don't say vain.
Something in that lane.
It rhymes with vain.
So when they exit the magic portal,
Mhm.
right? That leads to the wizard village. It has many butts decorating the borders.
Yes, and it does fart them out.
And that's why it farts.
I guess I didn't look at it, but the first sentence in conflict number 1 is they get farted through the portal.
Yeah.
And we do see this magic place, and they're like, "Whoa, is this the place?" Like,
yeah.
and then this frog guy comes out, and he's got a robe, and he's got 2 hats on, I guess his eyes, like the tops, like, cause you know how frogs have those like bumps,
yeah, the
kinda,
eye ridge
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Over both of his eye ridges, and greets them. And Finn's like, "Hey, are you the guy
Who's giving away free magic?
He's like, "No, that'd be the wizard Bufo." And they're like, "Who? Bufo Deez
He's
nuts." They're like, "Where's that guy?" And he pulls an
He's
Obi-Wan.
like, he's here.
Yeah, he's like, "It's me," kind of thing. But he doesn't say that. He says, "It's here," and he gestures to himself,
It's like-
circa classic Obi-Wan. And then,
So he's here, but he's not you.
right, we should beat him up until he starts making some sense. That's what Jake says, by the way. It's Savvy started the dialogue. But the
Yes.
frog guy's panicking. He's like, and then all of a sudden he pushes his giant throat sack out.
I know.
Ugh, and revealing 9 little tadpole guys, all wearing wizard caps, speaking in unison. And that was Tom Kenny. I'm 99.9%
Yes, it
sure.
And I was listening to it like, that's Tom Kenny.
Oh, yeah. Well, they start pitching the wizard powers, but of course,
One's out of sync.
yep, that would be Leonard. And one of them's like, they keep going, and he's just a little bit behind, and they're like, "Fucking goddamn it, Leonard!
That's exactly what I would have said.
God damn it, Leonard! Like, if we don't all talk,
That was censored. No.
if we don't all talk at the same time, no one will understand us," which is true. It was hard to follow at first.
Yeah, because it's a little echoey.
Yeah. Well, anyways, they kind of finish the pitch and demonstrate the powers that they can get, lure them in. They say, "Follow." On the subtitles, it says, "Follow me." I'm like, he never says "follow me." He just says
That's
"follow."
weird.
I know, it's weird. He shows them the Grand Hall of Wizardry. Students are training, and I have a list of everything what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, I've got something on that too. Go for it.
So one of them is floating like a block around, kind of just like rotating this block with some like different shapes on it. 2 of them are playing like some wizard patty cake type thing with their powers. One, who was a cat, was pulling a soul out of someone's body,
Just crazy.
laying in a bed, pulling the soul out of them.
And like putting it back in.
yeah,
right?
it was weird. Yeah. And then the other one of them was practicing teleportation and failing, and they landed on their head. Finally, one was riding a lion, and then magically shifts positions, and so the lion was riding him.
Yes. So one of the student wizards has a Phil face.
Phil face?
I'm glad you asked. Because I saw this in the trivia and I said, what the fuck is that?
Is that the thing that's on the udders?
Yes.
Really?
And for
Yo, put that bag back on.
and for the Nightosphere portal.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
With the bug milk and stuff.
Oh
So
my God.
Phil face, also referred to as the Rinda Mandala. It's a running gag facial expression often used in Adventure Time. It's meant to resemble the face of Adventure Time lead character designer Phil Rinda. Rinda. I don't know.
Rinda Mandala.
Pendleton Ward has stated that if you tell Phil about anything, he'll get super excited face, and that's what it's based off of. So
Man, they
it's,
did him so dirty. Wonder what he looks like, because that's so fucked up.
I know. Along with the snail, it's an Easter egg, of course, and it's occasionally drawn into the show as an inside joke. And Pendleton Ward said that there is a Phil-faced princess. However, like, it's never been on screen.
Okay, but it exists in the lore.
It exists in the lore.
Its name is Phil Face Princess?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Which they totally did him so dirty.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's the face he makes when he's excited.
The thing when he's feeling the most joy, you're tearing apart. Brutal. Well, anyways, Bufo needs to tell them that, they got to be responsible with all their powers. Finn says, oh, I'm totally responsible. Jake says, yeah, so am I. And he's like,
That's a lie.
Finn's like, that's a lie. He's like, it is a lie. And I take full responsibility for it. But because of their stunning bravery to be so, responsible and honest, Bufo, these nuts, gives them wizard cloaks. But Finn, again, problematically because he was raised with a monster, complains that it's like a dress.
And he's a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah. It's a dress. It's a very long robe. Jake, in a rare moment of allyship,
it's like
he's into it.
I'm into it. It's like Gossamer.
And Finn the Toxic Boy tucks it into his shorts, so he's not embarrassed.
Yeah, and it looks like a fully loaded diaper.
Oh, yeah, it looks really bad. And then there's another shot later, and when it shows him from the back with it all tucked in, it looks bad.
It looks so bad. And he's like, this way I won't be embarrassed. It's so funny.
Conflict number 2. Let's play. Spin the wheel. Guess that conflict.
Ooh.
You're not going to get this, but it's really funny.
I don't know what it would be.
I'll give you a hint. It's about the broom.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
I'll give you another hint. It's a rhyme.
It's a rhyme with the broom. There's no room for this broom in my tummy.
Parentheses in my tummy. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No. How much wood could a wood broom be if you would eat a broom of wood?
That was not a great sub in there, but I understand.
How much wood could a wood broom be if you would eat a broom of wood? That's hard as fuck to say. You say it.
Well, of course it's hard to say.
It's a tongue twister, I guess, more than anything.
Yes. How much wood could a wood broom be if you would eat a broom of wood?
Hard, right?
It's not that hard.
Shut up. But
it doesn't make sense in like the woodchuck part.
It's the best I could do. With a wood broom.
Who would the wood broom be?
Anyways, in order to get the first star to obtain dustomancy, which clearly Finn does not know what that is, before he's like, yeah, dust me, gimme. Well, Bufo summons out of a portal of fire 2 brooms for them to eat. And as the conflict clearly paints. But Finn's like, oh, I'm all for it. He starts licking it and gets splinters all over his tongue.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, I can't do this.
Immediately, it's very difficult to eat a broom.
Immediately proving to be very hard to eat a broom. And Jake's like, no, you can do this. It's easy. Just do what I do. He gets all big, like a dog.
Like a dog.
Like a dog does. And then he shoves the tiny broom into his mouth, and he shrinks back down. He's got his belly full of broom, and he just grows up a little bit more. He's like, ow, oh, okay. And it like settles. He digests it really fast, I guess.
Yeah.
Then he's back to normal.
Gets a star.
Got a star, and he's about to show Finn all of his magics. He's like, prepare to be amazed, or whatever the hell he says. And then he's like, no, don't do it. Like, wait till I get it done, basically. And you're like, I wanna, like, we gotta share this moment. He finally finishes it. He struggles. It looks like it's been a while. Jake's on his belly, kind of kicking his feet, looking at him.
Yeah, doing a little tummy time.
The sleepover like pose. And he finally takes the last bite of the broom. By the way, he ate like brush first. Like he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Handle last was crazy.
I don't know. I probably would have got the handle done first, and then you get a little snack at the end.
Right.
It's like pasta.
It feels like a dry pasta. It feels like the broom part of the broom, the sweepy bit.
I was like, what's the broom part of the broom too?
Not the handle.
Got it.
The sweepy bit feels like that would be the easiest.
Yeah, it's like, think of it like well, actually no, I think because it's like longer and there's like more of it, I feel like it would be harder. It's also made of solid wood. So I would personally, the way my eating philosophy is, the thing I don't like, I eat first.
That's what I'm saying. The sweepy bit at the bottom.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Now
yeah.
I'm confused.
You mixed it back up in your head.
Wait, no, because then didn't you say that would be the hardest part?
No, I said that would be the easiest part, didn't I?
I don't know. Okay, but we do agree that
yeah, the sweepy bit,
the broom, the handle part is hard.
Yeah,
and I would eat that first.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're on the same page.
The sweepy bit is
it's just a snack. It's ramen.
That's like, oh, you do that at the end because it's easier to get through.
Right. Yeah. So you can do the final push a little easier.
Yeah, and just sprinkle some seasoning on it, and like you said, it's like the uncooked top ramen.
Exactly. Anyways, he gets a star. Yay!
Yay!
He starts to use his power again, not consulting Jake now because now he got the star, so now he can
just
do it.
jumps into it.
He's like, prepare to be amazed by my dustomancy, and nothing happens, or doesn't appear to happen.
Doesn't look like it.
He confronts Bufo. This is when his little saggy diaper thing looks real bad because his butt is at camera, and it's all like he's got like 3 butt cheeks
Yeah.
from the tucked sweater or cloak, and he's like, "You ripped me off. Give me my fucking money back." But I guess he didn't pay any money. But you know what I mean. It's that vibe. Bufo says, "Calm yourself, boy," and punches him in the face, straight in the jaw. Says,
"You're being hysterical."
"Yeah, calm yourself. You're being hysterical." But he basically explains to him calmly that no, you are in control of dust. Like, look at all these individual dust motes. You can read their emotions. Like, this one's unhappy in its marriage. And then Finn's back in. Like,
immediately.
Jake's like, that's sort of cool. He's like, that's fucking sick. He's
Yeah.
like into it, and he's more motivated than
force that enthusiasm.
he's more motivated than ever. Yay! Conflict number 2.
3.
Number 3. I labeled it number 2. Conflict number 3. Guess that name.
Give me a hint.
Grapes.
I don't know. Feel these eyeballs? Like, what would the conflict be?
Do you think that's so funny?
No, I don't. That's why I'm like trying to think of what the.
So-
well, dogs can't have grapes,
True. Well, I mean, he's not gonna eat them, but
but he peeks.
he does. No, okay. Just future
What's the
reference.
conflict?
The way I put conflicts, it's more so like story beats that present challenges, and in this case, it's trials. Like with the heroes, like
Trial by grapes.
Sure, I will accept that entry, though it's wrong.
Like fire, but grapes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's called eyeballs. You know, the things that get neutered off of eye dogs.
Oh my god. Again, how would I have ever guessed that?
The next task is to be blindfolded and fill up these eyeballs in a bowl, but they're actually just peeled grapes. And Jake peeks on that, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, Finn." Like,
He's
they're
like, put your hand in this bowl.
eyeballs.
Well, what bowl?
No, cover your eyes. Anyways, they get their second star. Yay! Now they're able to wield shadows.
What was it called again? Shadowmancy?
No, it's Shadowsuri.
Shadowsuri. That's right. Dustomancy, Shadowsuri.
And then he summons a horse,
Mashadowseed.
a shadow steed, and he tries to jump on it. And he goes right through it because it's incorporeal. It's a shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And then he
It
goes.
says, no touchy.
Perfect. A montage ensues.
Yes.
Shows us getting all the star badges.
So many levels.
Yeah, there's level 3. They can summon hair from their hands. Level 8, they can shoot mayonnaise.
Which is disgusting.
Like, hey, give me a light layer on a sandwich. I'm not shooting,
Unlimited mayonnaise is nasty.
drinking it like fucking water.
in the mug.
That was so gross. I literally put mayo question mark because I couldn't remember, and then it gets confirmed later that it's mayo,
Yeah.
and that just.
But they don't say anything. It's just like
No, I mean they do.
I mean at first.
Oh yeah.
It's just they're shooting mayo out
Ugh,
of their fingers.
So gross. Another one, they stopped labeling what levels and stuff, but they do get wings, they get sword hands, they got fireworks, and now they're only 1 star away.
Some of those trials were really
They were funny.
funny, and then some of them were just very basic.
Yeah.
Like one was the balancing the pencil on the lip,
Mm-hmm.
and then
One was them balancing on chairs,
Yeah.
kind of ricketing back and forth. That was like a classic one I just like always have in my head.
yeah,
They spun a coin.
yeah.
He flipped a hammer or something.
All seem way easier than eating
Eating
a broom.
I think that was a litmus test to see if you would take it seriously.
Right? It was like, okay, the first barrier is really high. So then, like, if you go through that, then you're committed.
It's kind of like I imagined how learning magic would be. Like, to break through that barrier, it's like, obviously it's not real, but like, if you could, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. Like, I get the gist of how this is done.
Yeah, then it's
And-
like you have more kind of learning hiccups, but not like to the point of breaking through to magic kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. They're only 1 star away now. And Finn's like, let's do it. Let's get this last star. And Jake's like, nah.
I'm actually kind of content.
Yeah, he's like, and Finn's appalled. He's like, what do you mean? Like, we did all this. And anyways, he's got everything he needs. He's got an unlimited supply of mayonnaise, this killer new hairstyle, and the best spell of all,
Sleep.
And he puts himself to sleep. He passes out, his cup of mayo spilling everywhere. It's disgusting.
Which is fine because he could just make more.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's just disgusting.
So it's like he fills
It's
up
so
a mug.
liquidy, too.
I know, it's so liquidy. He fills up a mug and then falls asleep. It's like kind of wasteful.
Yeah, well, he's got unlimited, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But just also gross.
he should have a mayo business. Like, think about that. If it's unlimited,
just
you could just
bottle that shit up.
sell it forever.
Absolutely.
Be a bajillionaire.
I wonder if you
there's
could-
no overhead.
I wonder if you could ever, besides like buying bottles and
I
stuff.
guess.
But it's minimal.
I don't know. There's an untapped market that he could definitely tap into.
Oh, yeah.
Mayonnaise. But, I don't think he's particularly motivated by shmonies, probably.
No.
But-
Especially because he's just like, I'm good, I'm content.
Yeah, that doesn't scream billionaire. Which he could be because, like I said,
Mayonnaise tycoon.
little to no overhead. Yeah, those are the people they don't talk about. I don't know who Heinz is, but we need to talk. Anyway, Finn really wants the star, though. He wants the big star, and it's to the point where Bufo says you got to take the ultimate pledge of responsibility.
Oh, it's not free, this last
That's true.
stat.
But yeah, no, it's not free. In fact, the ultimate payment.
He's like, I don't have any money.
No cash. He says, you gotta just take the pledge of ultimate responsibility. He's like, yeah, dude, I'll take that pledge. Bufo's like, wait, no, don't you?
I don't think you know what it means.
Whatever, man. It's 2009.
Yeah. Finn is just really insistent about
Yeah.
taking this pledge.
He's like, dude, just let me take this stupid pledge. He's hearing him out about all the Bufo's warning him and trying to have him hear him out about the ramifications, yada yada yada.
He does not care.
Finn just says, give me the star. He has to grasp his hand, and the deal is struck yet again.
Do you know, or do you remember what Bufo said about Finn being responsible?
At the end, like that's later.
No, it's before he grasps his hand, before he makes the pledge.
If you're referring to the irresponsibly responsible.
Yes, it's before he
Oh yeah, you're
takes
right.
his hand.
He grabs his hand and suddenly he's like hoisted up into the rafters, but
He's got a star,
not without his big star.
and
which
his cloak's still in his pants.
Yeah. But we got conflict number 4. Go ahead.
The meteor cometh.
Nope. This one's not that funny. It's just doomsday deals. Because he just made a doomsday deal. And Finn recklessly and responsibly agrees to keep an asteroid from hitting the Grand Hall of Wizardry.
Mm-hmm.
He would have understood that if he listened, but maybe Bufo preyed on his enthusiasm a little bit.
Read the terms and conditions.
There's actually an installment at a museum where it shows like the physical length of a page of like how long like the terms and conditions would be for different social media websites and stuff, and like how it's like impossible for us to read.
Oh yeah, no,
And
it's
Instagram one's
predatory.
like thousands of words, where it's like I think it's like 4,000 words, and it starts at the ceiling and goes all the way to the ground, and it goes out a few feet.
Yeah, no, it's a predatory
And they're like,
thing.
read this, anyways.
They literally don't have to make it that long. In fact, like I think I can't remember. I felt like I heard that there was legislation being proposed to make it like capped.
Concise.
Yeah, because it's like no one in their right mind reads those.
I don't know if you've seen the South Park episode Human Centipad.
No, but I've heard about it.
But the essential thing is Steve Jobs is insane.
Yeah.
And he's
in this episode.
He's upset that no one is reading the terms and conditions. Well, not no one. Apparently everyone does, except for like a select few people. And he's like, and he locates them. And like, because they just click agree willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And then
so he puts in the terms and conditions
yes,
messed up stuff.
and
yeah.
so then they're there. He's like, well, why didn't you read it? And then the whole idea of the human centipad is to have it be smart enough to read. It's the whole thing. And then they even stage things where they're being broken out, and they're like, oh my god, like they're like in the human centipad,
Right.
but like they're like free, and they're like, oh my god, yeah, and then the walls fall down, and they're like, no, because they signed something like, just sign this real quick and we'll like help you, and they sign it. And then Steve Jobs is like, no, it's still not reading. It's insane. Anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a long, great episode. Anyway, but Bufo kind of preyed on his enthusiasm of Finn and like locked him up there for life,
Yeah.
along with now 2 other guys who are in
He
the
freed
pledge.
the elder Jeremy.
Correct. But that asteroid has been coming for 847 years. And the only thing stopping it has been the power of these suckers.
And no one has thought to do something different?
Apparently not. Because, like you said, Elder Jeremy has been released of his duty, so Finn takes his spot. And this is where the phrase Razamafu debuts.
Yeah, isn't it interesting?
It's basically a teleportation spell where he takes Jeremy from the rafters down to where Bufo is.
It's the first time we hear Razamafu, at least.
Yeah.
Like, there are other spots.
Right. Well, Finn's like, is there really like no other way to fix this? You know, and they're like, nope, this is kind of how the elders want it.
This is the tradition. Yeah.
And he's like, well, I got a younger idea. And then he like a full gymnast out of the
Kicks out and
then
flips
also
down.
that's a pretty far fall,
That's a really far fall.
which, you know, his knees can take it because youth
he's
culture
young.
forever.
I laughed so hard at that.
It just seemed like unnecessarily ageist, but it's awesome. He runs outside. He sees the asteroids getting closer. Everything's turning kind of red. Bufo sees Finn, and he's burying Jeremy. But he sees Finn outside. He's like,
Get back in your harness.
in your bouncy harness.
Your bouncy harness.
But then Finn's like, can't deal with this right now. Sleep. Casts sleep on Bufo. And then he gets in his ultimate wizard stance, but his footing's a little off. You know, and he's ready to go. And then this casts a series of spells, which goes as follows.
Yes.
I cast Dragon Eyes, Tiger Claw, Vorpal Hand, Blazing Feet, Beauteous Wings, and every other power he didn't mention by name. Finn attempts to move the entire village away.
Yeah.
He doesn't want it to get hit. The asteroid's path is gonna knock it straight out.
Why not push the asteroid?
That's what I thought too.
Right?
That'd be too easy. And be like,
Vorpal hand.
you know that same beam you did to lift up the entire thing? Maybe just
Push it. Push it. Push.
I'm just gonna push him. I have a. That's too strong. Anyway, if you guys don't know the John Mulaney bit, you are very confused. Youth culture forever. He tries to pick up the building. It does not work. He's realizing, man, I was so young and brash that I got everyone killed. And all of a sudden, but not Elder Jeremy, but the other 2 elders are there in the exact same spell setup, which is really funny that they all ran the same build here.
Right? The wings, the claw, the Vorpal sword arm.
The flaming feet, all
Yes.
that. And he's like, oh my god, you guys came here to help me. And they're like, what? No, we just don't want to get killed by the asteroid.
We're running away.
And it's like, well, cool. Thanks, I guess. Anyways, you want to help since you're here?
Since you're here.
They just lift up the city and they put it straight back onto after the asteroid hits, causing everyone to turn naked.
Yeah.
Because it just is so hot and explosive, it just burns off everyone's clothes, and then the place just goes right back on top of where it was, which is interesting.
No further crater.
No structural damage. Just
It's all
it was
chill.
hit the net properly. It just went straight in. But before all that even happens, I meant to mention this, that he realizes he was so young and stupid, and he's like, well, I need Jake. I forgot about this part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is a really funny part of the episode.
I forgot
And
too.
he's like, Jake, awaken. And he like shoots his like awaken beam at him, and even in his sleep, he's like, reflect.
And then awakens a rock.
Yeah. So now, not only did he not wake up Jake, he woke up something that never had sentience before.
And it's seeing this comet hurl towards it.
Creating a terribly traumatic first bit of consciousness.
And does it survive? We don't get confirmation.
That's a good point. But like Bufo and Jake also survived.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought was really weird.
Like it was just devastating on the impact site. Because
Just
even at
where-
that distance, like Finn shouldn't have lived either.
Right. Like,
Definitely
especially
not
because it
no
blew
Elder
all
Jeremy.
of his clothes off.
Yeah, you'd think some burns or something would happen. Anyways, everyone's naked. It even wakes up Jake through his sleep spell. He's also kind of naked, I guess. It blows his hair and mustache off that he
Yeah, it's
acquired.
weird.
And then all of a sudden he props up. He goes, woohoo! And he's naked. He's got a hollow log covering his genitals.
This is the only episode of Adventure Time in which the front of a character is shown, like the naked front of a character is shown, sorry. And
Full frontal,
except for obviously the log. The logs were originally going to be beavers, but Cartoon Network made the staff change.
That's smart.
Like,
well, technically Jake, remember when he had a leaf on his groin? Not 2 episodes ago?
yes, but that was more like alluding to it because he never wears clothes.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why did they even do it?
And even so, he was more covered.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's cool. But they had the logs, and it was like weird. It wasn't like stationary. It was like tracking. Like it was like as if someone in After Effects was like literally keyframing it to cover it, every move he made.
Yes.
It was like weird, like weirdly
bouncy.
Yeah. Then Bufo, like they're having their celebratory thing, like we did it, yay! And then Bufo swoops in, and he's like,
"It was my plan all along.
You should be thanking me. Like for 847 years, this was my plan." And he's like, "Nuh-uh, no way. Your plan was to dupe a succession of rubes into keeping the asteroid at bay."
Mm-hmm.
That's Finn's quote.
Mm-hmm.
Bufo, he's like, "You're right. He's a fraud. I'm a fraud." And then he's like, "My life is over. I renounce all magic. My life is over."
When he's feeling ashamed of what he did, the music that plays during that part is from Tree Trunks. The episode.
Is that one of the trivias?
Yep.
Nice. Finn's like, "No, dude, you don't gotta quit your job.
Right.
You know, you just gotta, you can't take credit for ideas that aren't yours." And he's like, "Oh, okay, good
Great
idea.
Glad I thought of it."
As
That's
they're
one
walking away.
that we quote all the time.
We do that one a lot. Well, the episode finally wraps up with the Nikki boys walking away. That same skeleton is there, but now offering them free demon hearts.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they say to that?
Full circle.
Oh, yeah.
We come all the way
Finn.
back to the very beginning.
Full circle.
This episode was formerly called Finn the Wizard.
Oh, that's pretty reductive to Mr. Jake.
That's what it was gonna be before it aired and stuff, I guess. So censorship.
Yes.
Near the end of the episode, when Finn and Jake were listening to the skeleton man after their clothes were disintegrated, the camera was zoomed into just the skeleton man, presumably so no one could see Finn's bottom. This was only done in Australian and Filipino airings. And then where was the snail?
I was just about to bring this up. It was in the montage.
Mm-hmm.
It was when, it's like towards the end of their montage. I think is that when they started like shooting fireworks or whatever?
I think it was like level 13 or something like that.
I think, I don't remember what the level was, but
yes, it was mid-montage of them learning.
I do see
their
that it was
magical
at, it was at
powers.
6 minutes and 30 seconds
Yeah.
into the episode. Perfect. Well, anything else you want to add to the episode, or are we about to get cooking?
I think we're about to get cooking. Let's listen to this ad.
Yeah, I don't know which one we got today, but let me tell you, you're in for a treat. If you like deals
Of any kind?
of any species,
If you don't listen to the ad, we don't get fed, and Savy does not feed me or let me eat her food. It's all for show. So,
We just take pictures of the food.
and then she throws it away in front of me.
No.
She says, "Here, I'll give it to an orphan," and then she shoots it.
What?
You just shoot the food. It's crazy. Listen to the ad.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Planning a family reunion? Starting a rec league team? Or maybe your group chat finally wants matching shirts for that epic trip. Whatever the occasion, Swagworks has you covered. Literally. Swagworks is your go-to site for custom t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, tote bags, and more. Their easy design tools and huge selection of products makes it super simple to create personalized gear that actually looks awesome. And whether you're printing one item or 100, Swagworks delivers quality you can feel and designs that get people talking. And here's the hook. Use promo code LICK at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's right, custom gear, pro-level quality, and a sweet discount just to get you started. So go ahead, make it official. Visit swagworks.com and design something unforgettable and use code LICK for 20% off. Matching shirts? Iconic. Inside jokes on a mug? Legendary. Swagworks? Essential.
This ad is for comedic purposes only. Any companies, products, or services mentioned are completely fictional and should not be taken seriously.
This ad serves as a wildly self-indulgent attempt to launch a voice acting career. No actual endorsements, partnerships, or corporate conspiracies were harmed in the making of this ad. Many will enter, few will win. Enjoy responsibly.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you miss us?
Well, I don't have to cover up mine because somebody saw my notes.
So I was walking out of, it's again, a very small little half bedroom situation. I was crawling over the bed to get around the desk, and I see her little tablet open in her notes, and I just...
Because I had set the timer. This is what happened. I set it to 30-minute timeout.
The display timeout thing. Yeah, so I just happened to walk by, and I just saw it, and like my eyes immediately saw the words. Then there was the only thing on the screen. So in my defense,
I'd scrolled past the notes.
You scrolled too exactly. If it were just a bunch of notes, I'd been like, cool. But it was like one thing, and I saw exactly what you made. So why don't you tell everyone?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to?
I'll tell everyone. So these are the Beauteous chicken wings.
Yes, in reference to the beauteous wings that he summons.
Exactly.
So let me grab a napkin.
Yeah, grab a napkin.
Grab me a wang.
Grab a wang. Not a wang.
I said what I said.
Bitch, I said what I said.
Cheers. You would pick a drum. Dork. Flats all the way.
I like both, by the way.
I mean, it's all chicken, but flats are just easier to like clean up.
Mm-hmm. So the recipe I found was a Cajun style chicken wing. These don't taste like that. I did notice partway through making it, one, that I had forgotten the brown sugar, so I added it kind of at the end, which, you know, is fine. And two, that I hadn't realized until partway through that a lot of the measurements were in European.
We don't know what the hell a gram is.
Well, I do, so I just automatically was doing it, and then I went, hold on, it's a Cajun wings recipe.
Well, Savvy,
why would any of these Europeans know how to make Cajun wings?
Well, how do you know they're like the rest of the world uses those units?
Okay, but the people who aren't Cajun.
How do you know they're not Cajun?
Well, not from
Cajun.
They were like a Louisiana style Cajun.
Yeah, I know, but like that could refer to a lot of groups of.
That's fair.
But so maybe
I feel this was a very white person who made this.
It does taste a little white.
I, for once, followed a recipe to the T rather than just doing, besides the, you know, I added in the brown sugar later, but I normally add more spice to things, but I just followed what the recipe said because I've never made chicken wings before. And
well, they're very good.
They're yummy. They're just not
just
Cajun.
A little white.
They're really white. They taste fine, but they're not spicy at all or anything.
No, but I got in the nitty gritty of just this one right here, and it tasted like there's some like not spice, but like spices.
Yeah. No, there's like paprika.
The first like one I took was pretty plain, but it was still good. Like it was just like I'm like, oh, this is just, you know, a chicken wing. It wasn't like anything blowing me out of the water here, but this one I got a little more taste, so that's good.
Yeah, it was
I'm glad I tried a second one.
It was paprika and garlic and, you know, butter and brown sugar and
this would have benefited from some lemon pepper.
That would have been nice, but it was like salt and pepper and cayenne, thyme and oregano. Yeah, the basic spices.
Well, it's very good.
It was yummy. Not what I was expecting, but yummy.
Well, great. I left that at Waya.
From the middle here.
Yeah, just don't pull out the toothpick.
Ooh, what are these?
So, fun little thing that I discovered on the interweb. As you can see, the garnish is a grape.
A peeled grape, it looks like.
It is, of course, I thought this would be the obvious one, because there was a bowl of peeled grapes.
Yes, of course. I didn't know what to put in, like, make a dish out of peeled grapes.
Yeah, so I found a whole thing about, I was like looking at fruit salads, fruit whatever, and I said fruit salads, and then the first result I saw was like a grape salad. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And
I like a good Sonoma grape salad is like usually.
So I have no idea. This is a specific recipe that I have no idea how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the Midwest. It's a staple apparently to some households. So I guess it can't be that bad, but maybe for us California folk, maybe this is the worst thing ever.
What's in it?
So,
because it looks like a tortilla, grapes, and white stuff.
So it's not a tortilla. This one I happen to. The store was out of regular ones, but this happens to be a whole wheat pita roll, pita bread. So it's pita bread. This actually wasn't in the recipe. This was a suggestion within the recipe.
Okay.
In the comment section that someone said, "Oh, try serving it on this."
Nice.
So The sauce,
The sauce.
kind of gross.
Oh, no.
That's why I was like, I don't know if I'll even like this. But there's sugar, there's brown sugar, there's sour cream, there's cream cheese. Yeah, I see your face. And
Well, it's just a lot of cream.
yeah. They call it
And honestly, I'm sorry, this sounds Midwest.
They call it St. Louis tzatziki, so
Okay. Well, if it tastes like tzatziki.
it won't.
Oh.
But
Did you try it?
I tried a little bit of it. It's not my favorite, but I've had worse things. So without further ado, it's all laid on a pita bread.
Let's try it.
Did you have a name? Oh, you said Beauteous Wing, right? For
Yes.
yours.
Cheers.
Cheers.
By the way, guys, every time we do cheers, we touch our food to each other.
Yeah, or plate or whatever, or
yeah.
drink something. We usually do that. I'm assuming you guys knew that, but anyways, let's go. I'm so worried.
Huh. I'm very confused by what I'm tasting.
Yeah, this kind of sucks. But that's what this show's all about.
I appreciate the bold swing, though.
I think the pita was what sucks. So I'm gonna recommend you.
Yeah, let's try it without.
So get you your toothpick and just stab it. Yeah, because the pita tastes like construction paper.
Yeah. Now it is better.
Okay. I don't hate it.
No, but I am still confused.
Yeah. I do hate it.
No.
It looks cool.
I don't hate it.
I don't like it.
I'm just very confused by it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
My brain can't categorize
Because
it.
there's a little bit of because there's the tang, there's the sweet, and there's also I was gonna also throw ricotta cheese in there just to try something out, but I decided against it. I'm not even taking another bite. I don't like this.
I can't stop because it's so.
That's awesome.
The brain is like, we must find a category for this.
By all means, keep trying because I have no idea what the fuck this is.
It's very sweet, but it also has a weird yogurty tang.
Yeah, that's why I want to like
Kind
it.
of like ambrosia almost.
I have no idea what that tastes like.
Granny's made it before. It's also a very Midwestern thing, from what I gathered.
I thought that was like the food of the gods.
Yeah. How do people make ambrosia? Is it with marshmallow fluff or something?
The hell?
I can't remember.
Anyways, it's not good. So wings, you get get a 10. I get a 2. Let's keep it pushing.
Wings
Good
aren't
episode.
a 10.
Good episode, gang.
Wings are not a 10.
So mine is a 2.
It might be not. It's not quite boom boom, but it's below nooch, buddy.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I just saw the recipe and was like, oh, that's such a fun thing to try.
I'm so glad you went out of your comfort zone.
We gotta stop giving me that. This is bad.
No. I mean, because I remember before you're like, oh, I don't know, I wanted to play it safe. Well, take risks. Take them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't work out.
And a reminder of our scale: we have 1, unacceptable; 2, boom boom; 3, a check please. Probably where mine will end up. Before flip with the zip, I heard her kind of like that's probably where it is. 5 is nooch; 6 is grease; 7 is schmouse out; 8 is slam a cow; 9 is tops blueby; and 10, like always, mathematical. I'm rushing through it because if you don't know by now, shame on you.
You should know.
As I'm looking at it on my phone, because I don't know it, but you guys are
should
binging
know.
this, so. Anyways,
Probably, because we know you're not listening concurrently.
Right. We have proof. Anyways, let's cut to the chase. Just
Yeah. Honestly, I would sit around check, please.
yeah, that's fair.
I wouldn't say boom boom or unacceptable because
Thank
it's not horrible. Like I said, it's not bad, but it's not good.
So this is actually more of an attack on the Midwest. You guys need to fix that shit.
Whatever you guys are doing, it's wrong.
Yeah, the way too much sour cream and everything.
So much sour
It
cream.
was a cup.
A cup? Oh my god.
A cup of sour cream. And it was
Wow.
it was like 8 ounces of cream cheese.
I'm gonna take one more bite.
By all means. A 1/3 cup of sugar, some brown sugar, some vanilla extract.
That's what I did taste vanilla.
It did not need it.
No, it was that I think is what's been throwing me off.
I wish this was a good pita bread because I really like pita bread.
I love pita bread.
And I'm like-
yeah, no, this is a bad one.
Yeah, it tastes bad.
It's what was it? The whole wheat.
Whole wheat or whole grain, one of the two.
Yeah,
It's bad.
it's not great. So yeah, I'm gonna say check please or
No, it's fine. You could leave it there. You don't need to go higher. It's fine.
or flip is what I was
No,
saying.
it's okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Objective rating of the Beauteous Wings. I think they were good. I think
even knowing that they were supposed to be Cajun kind of lets me down a bit.
I know. I
Because
know.
It's not, and it's no fault of yours. You read the recipe, you did everything.
It's just a bad recipe.
Bad week, you guys.
But hey, we haven't had one of these
I
yet.
will put this above Nooch though, so this is grease for me.
Okay. That's fair, because it does taste
It still
good.
tastes fine. It's good. It's
just
just a disappointment of what could have been.
It doesn't live up to its potential.
Correct.
Yeah.
And, like, literally any spice would have done, and I would have.
I know. And I added more at the end when I was like, I'm gonna throw in some of the brown sugar because I had forgotten. That was the one part I forgot
Right.
about. So I threw in some and tossed it together, and I was like, I'm also gonna add more of the cayenne because it was like a 1/4 teaspoon cayenne.
Right.
And I was like, that can't be enough.
Well, bummer.
The one time I follow a freaking recipe.
Follow your heart.
I usually do. I usually see a recipe and I go, eh.
I know I did some alterations with this, mainly the pita bread. I was looking into doing more alts, but I was like, I already don't know how this is gonna turn out, so I don't want to be the reason to fuck this up.
You know what might have been good with it, and you're gonna freak out, is pineapple.
I hate pineapple.
But the acid might have helped.
Yeah, literally, maybe even more grapes.
More grapes.
Like less saucy grapes. Like just dry grapes in there, maybe.
Or maybe just grapes.
Yeah, honestly, I should have just brought a bowl of peeled grapes.
Grapes and pita bread.
Well, that sucked.
It's okay.
I'm-
That's the beauty of the show.
I'm bummed. Not really. It's fun.
We
I'm
still
just
have
like,
wings to eat.
I'm disappointed because I'm like, it like kind of like it looks like something I would want to eat more of, but like as I bite it,
It looks disgusting.
no. But to me, I mean, like it's just like it. I'm thinking of Greek because it's on pita,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, maybe that could be refreshing and
Like
light.
if it were actually tzatziki sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty bummed about that. And there's so much in your fridge left.
Oh no.
So I hope you like it.
No. We can't even give it to the
I
dog because he can't have
know. I
grapes.
was gonna say the same thing. Anyways, I plan on hibernating for a few months now. Out of pure shame.
You can't.
No.
You can't go into exile, Yoda.
I'll come back stronger once I'm in my swamp retreat for a little bit.
We just gotta go swamp retreat.
All right, gang. Well, good ep,
Good ep.
I suppose.
Honestly, though, like the ep was
Oh,
epic.
the actual episode was great. I enjoyed watching this one. It was funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember I watched this one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was a constant rerun. Yeah, anywho.
So you're like crashing hard.
Disassociation. Next week, what do we got? We
Evicted.
do. We get the reason Savvy shirt will be relevant.
Yes.
She wears it every time we record.
Not every time.
Pretty
But a
much.
lot of the time. Because I'm like, oh, it's recording day. It's podcast day.
Out of 11 episodes, how many would you say?
9. I was going to say 8.
Doesn't have the same ring to it. Gonna cut that out. Doesn't have the same ring to it. It's crazy. Okay. Well, look forward to next week. We will be watching season 1, episode 12, Evicted. We get to meet Marceline, the vampire queen. She's gonna be a little bully,
She is going to be a bit of a
and we'll
bully.
get our second song of the series.
Oh my god, that's right. So Finn and Jake.
We'll tell them later. Don't worry about it. But for now, guys, you can go ahead and follow us on the following platforms: Instagram, YouTube,
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh yeah,
We're posting.
yeah. And some of you guys need to step up your watching our videos game
Like,
because
come on, guys.
this is some bullshit.
We had one that was so terrible.
Overnight, it got 4 views. Overnight.
And then the next day it had like 10.
Yeah,
And then I think now, a week later almost, it's sitting at like 24 views.
pathetic. And we even made a video in response about that video.
It got way more.
Yeah, but even then, you'd think, oh, maybe we'll check it out, see what the hype's about.
No.
Nope.
Maybe some of them did.
Maybe.
Hardly any.
Statistically, not many. However, thousands of times more than what we had.
At least tens of times.
Well, anyways, you can follow us on Instagram at DDJLS Podcast.
TikTok at DDJLS Podcast.
And if you haven't understood the theme so far, you can find us on YouTube at DDJLS Podcast or Dude Don't Just Lick Stuff. Stuff. And email us, please, at ddjlspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening.
I'm going to go throw up now. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
So while she's gone, I want to formally apologize because that is so unprofessional and this will never happen again or she's gone. Thank you.
What's wrong?
Huh?
Huh? What's going on?
I was just telling everyone how that behavior was unacceptable and I won't let it slide again.
That the dog wasn't pre-naked?
Correct. By naked, guys, let me clarify. He has his collar on and he's got a lot of jingle jangles on it and you heard it, you know. It was so loud. It was deafeningly loud.
They probably didn't even notice.
I don't know. They probably did.
Yeah. Anyways.
I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? I got the feeling called the blues. Oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Lord, I don't know what I do. All I do is sit inside. Oh Lord, the last long day she said goodbye. Oh Lord, I thought I would cry. She do me, she do you. She got the kind of loving. Love to hear you. I don't know. Sweet day, hey, Eddie. Such a beautiful dream. Creepy out lyrics. Oh my god, hurry the fuck up.
I know, it was just for the clip. I don't actually care.
Really? Singing Katy Perry in this political climate, Seth?
What? She just went to fucking space. Who cares?
She also killed a nun.
Did she?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You didn't know about that?
No, wait, what? I heard like that. Like, someone said something about like that she's like falling off and everyone's like kind of like sad about it. But like, what happened with the nun?
So this was a while ago.
Oh.
She.
Oh, who cares? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo
Bum, bum, bum.
boo 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 boo. Boom da boom da boom da boom bum
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Boom da da da.
Palate cleanser.